So y'all, I'm back. Let me see what y'all got here. What's up, Catherine? What's up, Sheffy? I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. What's up, Tay Tay Swift? Yeah. What's up, really pie, Sheffy again, Brickhead? I'm gonna say some things here. hmm Okay, you can hear me now, Sheffy. I was actually on mute. So, and I think I saw Trademark Fortune. What's up, Trademark? Um, y'all, it's sad. So first of all, Lemon. There's something. Let me start off by saying this. Lemon said he offered Krista $1,500 if she would walk, and we know what that's about. Lemon is being real shady. He's really being messy. It's real shady. It's real messy. But again, Krista is putting herself in this position that opens the floodgate of people questioning some things, which he really doesn't have to answer, but people put two and two together and get it. Now, I don't know what's going on, but Krista may have something going on with her mobility. I don't know. She may be able to walk perfectly, but because of the situation that Lemon has put out there, it seems like there's something wrong with her. Lemon is crazy as cat pee too. He just don't have tattoos on his face, and he ain't make no stuff saying that he crazy, but he's just as crazy as well. And Lemon is really undermining Krista, and she's sitting there, and I don't know if it's a show or a play, but it is really disturbing. It is really toxic that she's sitting over there and letting these men dog her out on that platform. Lemon went off on Noble, and y'all, let me say this: y'all know, everybody know that it take Noble about 55 years just to land the plane, baby. But he went off on Noble. Noble ain't do nothing to Lemon, and Lemon just went off. I'm like, if you don't want Noble on your platform, just say, brother, you taking too long, and just go off. You didn't need to do all of that. But this is the thing, and I said this, and Queen Tulsa went up and said it. Now they're trying to act like they're really concerned about Mary, and we don't want to bring that up anymore. But there's a clue to the situation, and it hit me when they started talking about Lemon started asking Krista, why don't she walk? And he was dealing with mess, this walk mess. I noticed that at Mary's funeral, that everyone went to the podium to talk about Mary, except Krista. And at the 17-minute mark, somewhere around the 17-minute mark, you hear Krista's voice, but you don't see her. And I'm like, why didn't she go to the podium? Why didn't she go to the podium? What's wrong? Why can't she go to the podium and express how she feels about her friend? And then tonight, I got an epiphany when Lemon was making a big deal of her not walking. And I'm like, Mary's funeral. And I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat. I guess Queen Tulsa saw it. And Queen Tulsa actually asked the question. And I just do think that Krista, from the context clues, and I'm only making an inference, and this is just an inference, because I've seen some context clues, and I'm not saying this is fact. Krista may walk perfectly fine for all I know. However, because she did not get up and speak at Mary's funeral when other people did, I'm like, something is wrong. She has a mobility problem. Okay. So that's number one. I'm like, wow. Number two, I find it odd tonight that she never wants to go visit Lemon, even though she's very much in love with Lemon. And she doesn't want Lemon to come to upstate New York to visit her. And that's odd because if you really love somebody, like she says she loves Lemon, um, you know, what's the issue? But somebody is hiding something, and that's what's going on. And I think because of whatever she's going through, that she's getting satisfaction off of the virtual because there may be some rejection with the real life physical in your hometown stuff. And maybe people don't like rejection. Maybe people, I don't know. But there's something wrong. Now, Catherine Powell said, Chef, he came on camera the other day to walk for us, though. He walks just fine, as we all saw. Now, like I said, I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Well, some people may be able to walk for a short period of time. Some people may need assistance. I know a lot of people who can walk, but they can't walk long distances. And at a certain period of time, they have to have an assistant. That's all I'm saying. Now, you all make it sound like you want. I'm not saying that that lady can or cannot walk. But what I do know is that that people may have issues where they can walk a little bit, but not that much. And I just noticed that. I just noticed at Mary's funeral, and this has nothing to do with Mary, but everything about what was happening at Mary's funeral, that she never got out from the pew or where she was. She spoke from the audience. She did not go to the podium. She did not walk up to the podium to have words. She had her words in the audience. Now, that's all I'm saying. She was offered a trip. People have offered to pay. There's a lot. Yes, Tay Tay Swift. I thought it was strange too. And I'm like, well, a lady just came, and it could be she suffers from that as well. I don't know. So I'm going to leave that at that. However, let me go back to Lemon now. I think Lemon knows already what the situation is. I think Lemon already knows what the situation is. And Lemon is trying to mock that woman. He's really trying to make her look like a bigger fool than she's already looking, letting those men talk to her like that, and she's quiet. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem. Now, Krista, you think about what you did to TC. You said that that lady has a cat and a dog. You made big issues of that. You said that that lady wasn't clean and her house was dirty. I mean, I heard you say a lot of stuff about TC. Now, what you did to TC is coming back to bite you in the butt because we should have never known that that lady may have been intersex. And I still don't know it to this day. But you're the one who said that. And so now you understand how it feels when people are dogging you out. But let's not forget what you did to TC. You drew that lady's la, period. And Angela, again, if you listen to me, I said that it's an inference. These are context clues. I don't know if she can walk or not. I wasn't at the funeral either, but I did see the video of the funeral. And I did see everyone walk up to the podium who had last words for Mary. And I noticed that Christa, again, at the 17 mark, somewhere around there, did not go to the podium for whatever reason that was. It's an inference by context clues. Oh, I watched the funeral. I did. I sure did. I watched it. I watched it. And I didn't think about her not going up. I'm like, oh, that sounds like Krista. But she started talking. It was a Caucasian woman, kind of heavy set Caucasian woman who talked about Mary, and she sat down. And after she sat down, you hear Krista start speaking, and you're like, well, where's this coming from? Oh, that sounds like Krista. And then my question is, okay, why is she not at the podium? It never occurred to me that she may have mobility issues. Hmm. Now, a lot of people were focused on what Krista was saying, and that may have been important at the time. But in context of what Lemon is trying to do, it makes all the sense in the world now to me of why she may not have gone to that podium. And I think Lemon is being real messy because of that. And I think Lemon knows already what's going on over there, but he wants her to spill her own tea. And he doesn't want to look like the bad guy. He wants her to do it, which I think is really interesting. Dr. LaShawn Ruth Brown, I agree with you. Brickhead, maybe she didn't want to go to the podium because, with help or not, she didn't want to go. Maybe she's self conscious about what she's going through. And I'm going to leave that at that. That's just food for thought. That's something that I thought about. That's a context clue that I thought about, and it's only an inference because of what I see. Uh, and and that's yeah. So I'll leave it at that. Let me get back to the Lemon situation. I think Lemon already knows. I think Lemon is again doing his big one. I don't think Lemon is all together either. I don't think Lemon is all together either. Lemon went off at Noble, and I'm like, even though Noble was annoying because Noble was trying to put 10 on 20, it didn't warrant what Lemon was giving Noble. I'm like, why is Lemon giving Noble this much smoke? Yeah. And I'm like, wow. And then the Resto character, I'm gonna mention him as well. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm seeing. Like, Lemon, why are you really coming at this lady? And Lemon, you were saying some stuff, and it screams revenge. It screams pettiness. It screams, I want to make her suffer. And it's screaming that. And you don't see it, but the chat saw it. And a lot of people are seeing it. And it's like, what's going on, Lemon? Are you really that upset with somebody you never met? Are you upset because a person who, and maybe it's embarrassing to you, Lemon. Maybe it's embarrassing to you because Krista may be having a mobility problem and somebody who has a physical challenge drop you. And maybe somebody with a physical challenge is leaving you for somebody who is less popular than you. And maybe it's the physical challenge that's bothering you and you want to pay her back. Maybe you feel some kind of way. Because I really never felt that you really liked Krista. And no, I didn't even go to love. I don't even think you really liked Krista. And it was hard to believe it in the first place. And I think that your situation is more of an embarrassment because of who you think you are than who she really is. And I think that's the biggest thing with you. And I think this is why you're really going off like that, because here's someone who you think should be happy that you even gave her a little attention. It's coming off as I've given you all of this attention, Krista. I helped build your channel and do all of this, and this is what you give me. And so I'm gonna get you back and I'm gonna make you suffer. It's giving me, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me back? It's giving me that. Okay, I made you. I did this before me. You were nothing. And now I done made you this. And now this is what you gonna do to me. Oh, I'm gonna get you back. This is what I'm gonna do. And it's giving me that. But you can't break away fully because now you created this monster and you created this storyline that it involves Christa so deeply that you can't afford to lose her because now she's this. And I think this is why Christa sits back and shuts her mouth too, because I think she knows that as well. But it's disturbing because you're sitting back letting these people talk to you like a dog. You're saying nothing about it. And I think Lemon has something on you when it comes to your mobile challenges. And I think that's what's going on. Something is not right. Something is not clicking. Duke, it's not even whether you have black women or not. It's how you treat the women that are over here, and it gives very much manosphere. And again, after listening to your previous videos, I believe who you say you are. And for that reason, I'm out, as they say on Shark Tank, because it's a sad scenario all the way around. Now let me go to Resto. I don't know. You hate the manosphere, but you have aligned with some of their practices. You've aligned with your practice. Duke, you must not like Lolo because it's no way that we should have known what you and Lolo was talking about, but you put it out. Like you inadvertently, by mistake, accidentally put your conversation with Krista out, and like you put those text messages out. Yeah, and it's given very much manosphere. It's given black women are very stupid, and that's what it's really given. And I'm just telling you, that's how it looks. And it may not be that way, or you may not feel that way, but that's how it's perceived. That's how it looks. Yeah, yeah, we know. We know you. We know you. Yep. We know. It's always the other person. Yep. But like you said, you're in it for you. You don't care about anybody else. You'll throw anybody under the bus. You are inherently evil. That's what you said. Now, I'm only using your words. These are your words and not mine. And do you have a gay son? And I'm only asking you that because that was mentioned in your previous videos when you had blonde hair, half blonde, half black beard. And I'm just asking because I can only believe what you tell me. That's all I'm saying. Now, moving right along, then we have this Resto character who I'm like, who in the hell? First of all, this is my first time really hearing Resto. I guess he had came over to the channel sometime, child. Like I said, I'm like, whatever, whatever. But I thought Resto was family. I'm like, is this man family? Because he really was like real zesty. I'm like, is he family? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, and then they said he was married for 10 years. Now, let me say this. I ain't trying to make everybody gay. I wish some of these straight people would stay with their own folk instead of coming over to our platform. I wish they would stay over there. I don't want everybody to be gay. Trust me, I want people to stay straight as an arrow. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought Resto was gay. I'm like, okay. Cause I'm like, is he part of the beef sector? I'm like, is he a new, is he from the house of QB? Where he from? because he was giving me very much Doritos barbecue flavor. He was giving he was giving zesty ranch over there, and I'm like, okay. And then he said he was married, but then he said his wife was bisexual, and I'm like, interesting, interesting. And that spoke to me. That said something to me, and I just clicked off the panel after hearing that one. I'm like, okay, now I ain't trying to say everybody gay. Everybody ain't gay. Everybody, I know everybody ain't gay, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna even say no more. I ain't gonna even say not no. I'm not gonna say any more. I ain't gonna say no more. That's all I'm gonna say with that. Now let me talk about Lolo. You brought up your kids, sir. You said this on your video. So I'm only telling you what you said on your video. So don't come up here and try to flip the script like somebody has done. You had that video up. And if that's how you feel about your son, who's your flesh and blood, like hell, how you feel about somebody like me. So I choose to not deal and intermix with you, and we're good. So again, it has more to do with you than your son. It has more to do with what you said about your son than your son. Because as a same gender loving man, I applaud your son if he's living his life and living in his truth. So I don't have a problem with your son. I have a problem with how you reacted to your son. So the problem is not your son, sir. The problem is how you reacted. So don't try to make this about your child. I'm just reacting to what you did. And you said that out your mouth. I'm only repeating what you said. These are your words and not mine. All right, moving right along. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch. And it was only about 40 folk who was watching. But again, see, this is people's problems. They don't know who they're dealing with. And like I said, dude, we good. We good. You don't like gay people. So that means we can't have any interaction because I don't play that. So my thing is if that's how you feel, you have every right to feel that way. But then I have every right to take action and move around how I feel accordingly. So again, I don't have a problem with your son. I don't have a problem. I have a problem with how you felt about him. And that's my problem. I applaud your son. I have an issue with you. Do you feel that you failed as a father? Do you feel that you gave him a gene to make him that way? I'm just asking because you had a real big issue and I noticed that. But if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying, but I saw the video. And not because I wanted to, somebody pointed it out to me because somebody felt that, Jay, you really don't need to be around this individual. So if you must know, that's how it happened. Now, let me move right along because, again, your goal is to draw attention upon yourself. We have nothing to deal with each other now. Now that I know where you stand and you know where I stand, then we have no interaction. I'm good. I'm good. Go and deal with Lemon and Krista and those people, and we're good. And that's my word to you, sir. That's my word to you. Go where you are. I have no animosity. I have no odd with you. I know who you are. You've told me who you are. And like you said, like Lolo has a choice, I have a choice, and my choice is not to really interact except on a level like this. Speaking of Lolo, so I went up and y'all know me. I'm gonna ask Lolo the question. Um I asked Lola a question. I'm like, so this man put this stuff out about you, and Lolo said, well, I was kidding and stuff. And then right there, I said, I'm done. Child, these people doing the most. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Mhm. Interesting. It's just dysfunction. Let me say this. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I have not made mistakes or what have you. But Lord, when you make one, don't go make 50. And some of this stuff is extremely dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional for the most part. I'm gonna leave it at that. What's up, Yollywood? I'm reading your chats now. Let me go ahead and read the chat. Raw money, that's your decision and that's your choice. You don't need to tell me I'm much older than you are. And my thing is this, no one makes a choice to go through that. And my thing is this. So if it's a choice, then why can't you be gay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. Obviously, I'm not going to even get in an argument because, again, this is who you were and this is how you think. And I was right with my assessment of you because you're proving my point right now. So I'm glad I made the choice to move on. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, it's no different. No, Rob, this is not war. This is not war because my thing is I can easily block you and move on. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So if you feel that this is the situation, then I'll go ahead and block you because my thing is I see you who you are. And like you said, I make my decisions. And so what you're telling me is you were disingenuous. And what you did on my channel was just a play to get access. And I'm good with that because it lets me know who you are. So no, no, it ain't on for anything. Cause with me, I'll block you. And I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and block you because like the other people, I don't need to be in your face. I don't need that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and block you because it's dysfunctional mess. It's very dysfunctional. Oh, I'm getting ready to do it. I am definitely getting ready to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I had to block him because at the end of the day, what he just said tells me exactly how he always felt. And my thing is, I told no lie. I told no lie. And why would I want to be involved? And I'm asking you all a serious question. Why do I want to be involved with someone who can't be trusted? Involved with someone who has done nothing but expose people and put people in precarious situations to do that. Why would I want to be dealing with someone who told me that they were evil and they had mental issues and they don't like their same gender loving son? Why do I want to be involved with someone like that? So you doing that, I don't need your numbers. You don't have anything that you can offer me. And even if you did, I'm not willing to go that route. So I have blocked whoever Duke Pharaoh. I'm not interested in what he has, or nope, absolutely not. And again, this is why I look at some people with the side eye. You know, a lot of people may not care for me, and that's fine. But baby, I'm not evil. I'm not trying to do XYZ and do all of this crazy stuff. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. And let me say this again, you all. This has nothing to do with Duke's son, because as a gay man myself, I am not trying to diminish the community. I'm not talking about Duke's son in a derogatory manner. My focus was how Duke talked about his son and how he felt about his own flesh and blood when his flesh and blood told him who he really was. And now he's telling me being gay is a choice. So we really don't have anything to say. And then you threaten me talking about it's on now. No, it's not on. It's off. And as you all can see, I don't want any contact with this gentleman. I blocked him. I blocked him because I don't want to deal with people like this. It's already tough enough to deal with homophobic homosexuals in the beef sector. And I'm not going to deal with it from somebody from another sector who I definitely don't know. And all I'm saying is I'm putting this out there right now because I don't want to entertain this. Now, let me get back to Christa and Lolo. Christa and Lolo, for the mere fact what happened just a few minutes ago, this is why I'm very surprised that you even dealt with this person on a level that you would be alone with him in a stream yard or any other place, knowing who he is. I'm just baffled. So, Krista, you're using Duke Pharaoh to get back at Lemon, but what cost? If this man is willing to do this to me, I can imagine what he thinks about you, because he thinks he's the smartest person in the room. He thinks that he's the sharpest knife in the drawer. He thinks everything is about a game. Now, notice he's talking about people's personal lives and all of this stuff. And I don't want you to, well, I don't want you to, because again, you put that video out there and that gave me all the information I needed to let me know who you really are as a person. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Lolo was tap dancing, honey. When I tell you, usually Lolo is the life of the party. Usually honey, Lolo was tap dancing. Kwani had came up there and Lolo was tap dancing. It was just a joke. I was only up there one time. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to me. There are no friends on YouTube. Period. Period. None. Krista, your silence means you're complicit with this foolishness. And Krista, I used to think that you were intelligent. I used to think that you were smart, bubbly, and vivacious and loving life. Now I see that at the end of the day, you really need some friends. I think that you are really lonely for some reason. And I think that you are substituting this to fulfill some type of need. I didn't think about this like until today. And then to see Lemon really come at you, they are saying that you like to be abused, Krista, and they're justifying how they treat you. And then this is why I question Lemon. Why? Why? If you see somebody who is that vulnerable to allow you to do this, then you might need to back away. But Lemon is dead set on doing this. And I'm like, why? Why? Lemon, I believe that you know this lady has mobility issues. And that's why Kwani was asking you the question, because Kwani got it. And me and Kwani always don't see eye to eye. But tonight, Kwani got it. I even agree with Resto to some extent about this fetish, because it's no way that a person who is sensible will allow this to happen. It has to be something deeper there. And that's all I'm saying. It has to be something deeper there, because it doesn't make sense. And it's all toxic. The whole situation is toxic. All the players are toxic. And now, Lolo, even though you may not be this person, everybody's now going to go back to Las Vegas and about what was said. And now, guess what? It's getting ready to rain. I've even seen some people in the chat said, I guess Ness was right all along about Lolo. So Lolo, this one situation, and this is, Lolo, let's say it is a joke, right? Well, now the joke is getting ready to cause people to say, oh, this Vegas thing must be right, Lolo, because of this, this, and the third. And people like, dude, don't give a damn about you, because they're going to use you. And my thing, they're going to go with that narrative and run with it. And that's the sad part about it. And you did tap dance. So I'm looking at Lemon acting like a whole jerk on his panel, seeming like he gets his rocks off by coming after Christa. Christa sitting there mute. Every time Lemon told her to say something, she said something. It's like this is giving some nature boy crap. What is going on? And it's just dysfunctional, toxic, and it's weird. It is absolutely weird. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? This is not normal. This is not normal. Now, we know we roast and gag people and so on and so forth, but it is not normal to let men abuse you. And it's not normal for men to get pleasure out of this. It's like, it's a symbiotic, it's a reciprocal type relationship where these people feed off of each other, but it is toxic and it's not normal. This activity that we're seeing, this is not normal. And I'm not going to normalize it because it's not normal. Period. Let me see what you all are saying. I'm reading these comments. Mm-hmm. Diva, it is psychological warfare. It is spiritual warfare. These people think that this stuff is good. It's not. And y'all, I'm serious with the Lolo thing. I was so like, I know y'all lying about this Lolo thing. And then I saw the clip because somebody actually showed the clip. I'm like, ooh. And then when I talked to Lolo, it was tap dancing. And it was almost in a defensive posture, but the damage had been done because the people saw it, and now this is going on. And then this Lemon thing, Lemon is on the defense. I don't care what anybody says. Lemon is on the defense because Kwani was like, what Kwani is saying is you can't justify this. You can't justify treating this lady like this. What is wrong with you? And Lemon, you're trying to get a get back. You're trying to get a lick back. Are you mad because Krista is physically, mobily limited, and you are mad because she drop you one time, and it seems like Lemon holds on to little stuff. I mean, and then he says, I'm done with it, but he's not, because again, it's dealing with his money. And this is why I don't think folk have full-time jobs. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's one thing if you're flexible schedule and you come on and you do some stuff, but baby, Lemon be doing these marathons. And it's like, ain't no way you could have uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. Because I'm thinking, well, maybe do work from home and he does telemarketing or do appointment setting or work from like an Amazon fulfillment from the phone or something. I'm trying to but I'm like, no, baby, you gotta work. Amazon don't play. If you gotta pee, they gonna know when you get off that computer and when you on. They know if you on another thing. Cause with Amazon, they control your computer. This is why I tell people, if you work for Amazon, don't use your own equipment, baby. You better use this because they'll have all your information. So it couldn't be there because Amazon knows what people are doing. They monitor that stuff. So I don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. And maybe that's it. Maybe YouTube is the full-time gig and this is what they're doing. Maybe YouTube is the full-time job. And this is what they're doing. I don't know. And like I said, it's really not, it's here or there, but it's just it I'm looking for explanation to explain the toxic, abusive uh behavior that we're seeing. I'm looking at y'all stuff. That's what it is, this heat. It just doesn't make I mean, he's ain't who. I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, it's like, dude, this is not right. It's like, how can you look, you can't have a logical conversation with somebody who's illogical. You can't reason with an unreasonable person. And this is what I'm getting. And Kwani was really asking some serious questions. Kwani was asking some questions that, like, yeah. And again, I was asking questions. Did you ever like the lady? Did you? And you won't get an answer. You will not get an answer. And then he said, yeah. And it's so unbelievable. I'm like, uh. I'm reading y'all stuff. Child. He said he's on government assistance. Jesus. How you know he? How y'all know? Y'all, baby, y'all know some? Y'all know some? Can't have a job the way he does these marathon lives unless he's driving for ride share or something. But even that requires some time. Okay. Dude is nuts. This heat, what you know that we don't know? Noble back on? Okay, because he was arguing with Noble. He has a problem with Noble today. Yeah, they don't think about this long-term strategy. Somebody said there are a lot of abnormality and signs of a check. I wouldn't be surprised. Lemon is drunk tonight. Have to be mindful of what you let in your spirits. Yes. Mm. Yeah, yeah. I noticed that Noble thing. It went from 0 to 70 in 2.5 seconds. Child, where would he work with anger problems like that? He could get a crazy check. Exactly, Jay Wilson. You cannot reason with and won't think twice about it and sleep like a baby. A lot of these people are, yeah. Child. And you know what? Let me say this. Whether that lady walks or not, it's really none of our business. But I'm just looking at what Lemon is doing, and Lemon just keeps talking about it, talking about it, and talking about it. And my thing is the situation got, again, I would have never thought about Mary's funeral, but I noticed that Krista did not go to the podium. And everyone at that funeral spoke at the podium except her. And that's when the light bulb went off and said, okay, this lady must have a mobility issue. And just because you have a mobility issue, that doesn't mean you can or cannot walk. It means that you may not be able to do it for long periods of time. And I'm like, this lady must have a mobility issue because she did not come to the podium. And again, I would have never known, or that light would have never came on if Lemon kept talking, talking, and daring that lady to walk. And that's where it came up. And I'm like, why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? And Lemon, you already know that that lady may have some mobility challenges. You know this, but you want her to admit it and you want her to walk so you can have a big one again, like you did the last time. And I think that's what you want. And that's where the sadistic behavior comes in. That's where I'm questioning, like, are you okay? Because again, it's almost like you get some type of rush out of her doing things and you being in control. It's like you get adrenaline and some kind of release of a person suffering and being embarrassed. It seems like that's for you and it makes you feel good. I could be wrong. Child, I see what's going on. The line said the outburst, the bragging of an apartment, but going to the laundromat, the cognitive disability, the motor skills. Child, look. Well, they gonna super chat who they want to, but I ain't mad because of that. I ain't mad because of that, baby. We done seen people vote for folk who ain't in their interest, but you can't do nothing about it. You just call it out and keep it moving. Yeah, he knows already. Hmm. Hush, Mary. But anyway, and see, it's not a Mary issue. See, I saw it and I said this lady didn't get up, and it just clicked with me. I'm reading y'all comments. Yeah, that too, Tisa. Mm. Uh-oh. I'm looking at y'all comments. Well, I'm gonna let people claim who they are. Resto straight too, honey. Straight and married to a Korean bisexual woman. Mm, I'm reading these comments. Well, look, y'all, I'm done. I just really want to come in and say what I said today. I don't think there are any clear winners. I think Krista is just sitting there like, are you serious? And Lemon just going in, and it seems like he gets something from it. Resto said it's kink. Child, I'm very, very leery of people. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna leave that alone. No, I don't believe everybody is gay. I sure don't. But it just some of the stuff that's been said and how people say it, and I'm looking at it like, yeah. So look, y'all, I'm getting ready to lay it down. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace and love. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. I'm sure it's gonna be more drama to happen. These are my thoughts and opinions. That's all they are, thoughts and opinions. And everything here is alleged. Like I said, I made an inference. I made uh a inference and I looked at some context clues and that's it. So y'all have a good one. Peace and love. Child, whatever, Sheffy. I'm out. Peace and love. Bye.